Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a tier 9 York tank aka M6I. I think this whole line is kind of called Yorks because of the factory, manufacturer, or something like this, how they were made. I am not a history fanatic, fellas. I cannot, I do not know things like this, but that's what I hear, right? So don't quote me on this. Meanwhile, this tier 9 is probably one of the more disgusting tier 9 tanks, but funnily enough, I had a great time while playing with it. I had a great success while playing with this tank. For some reason, this vehicle was working for me. I do not know why, but it just did. All in all, this tank has 2 guns to offer, 400 alpha damage and 320 alpha damage. I personally prefer 320 alpha because of the better DPM. Although, one thing what I really want to highlight is that this vehicle doesn't feel like it is accurate enough for 320 alpha damage. And think about this, 320 alpha damage for a tier 9 tank, it is kind of lackluster, no? I mean, I can understand that. You are a medium tank, you have awesome penetration as T-54, you know, I can understand this. But for a heavy tank, it is kind of low alpha damage, to be completely honest with you. It just is, right? But that's what we have and that's what we are going to play with. Now, standard penetration is 250 from this vehicle and gold penetration is tiny touch better. Gold penetration is like 315 if I'm not mistaken, right? Which doesn't look that bad, but in the same time it doesn't look that epic either, right? So I believe we need to highlight this as well. In other words, there is heavy tanks who are pretty much running with a casual 340 millimeters of penetration and so on. Although it is doing a great job against the medium tanks in a way. In fact, when I played with this vehicle myself, I felt that I am playing more likely against the medium tanks more often than against the heavy tanks, because I feel like I'm a bit crippled heavy tanks, so I made a decision to play against the medium tanks, and that works relatively alright, right? I really want to highlight this thing as well, and that was in a way my my success with this vehicle, just because I crafted a great score whenever I was marking it, and I did not mind this tank that much, okay? I really want to highlight this. Meanwhile, Char Futur, you magnificent mother trucker, greetings. By the way, I really want to highlight one more thing where this tank goes, and alpha damage, not to shit talk the alpha damage of this tank, right? The accuracy for this alpha is kind of low, okay? I really want to highlight this. It's just how I feel like, it's just kind of bad. If you have a low alpha damage, usually, at least I usually think that I am unstoppable mother trucker. I can hit pretty much every single shot with the snapshots and whatnot, but with this vehicle, this is not the right attitude and this is not the right play. In other words, in the perfect case scenario, you need to put this tank in the hold down position, right? Whenever you are playing hold down, but then you need to pay attention that you have 2 humongous booba, and this booba won't give you pleasure. This booba won't give you anything nice apart pain. What can I say, fellas? Unfortunate. That is a bad booba if you would ask me. Okay. We're just chilling at this point. All I want to do, I want to punish enemies crossing through the middle of the field. I think this is the correct play for us, right? I am very, very well aware of that we are not really winning this game by amount of the guns, but we are sitting kind of okay with amount of the hit points. So that is definitely a positive thing, and that is definitely a good stuff. Meanwhile, ooh, you sneaky bugger. You sneaky bugger. Okay, I see what you are doing here. I did not expect it to get punished by the Su-101, but it happens, I guess. At this point, we are just simply waiting until enemies will get involved, because they will. It is a matter of the time, in my humble opinion. Or... this is something I've been waiting for as well. There is AMX who is trying to make a bit of pressure. Yeah, armor is not ideal by any shape or any form. This chair footer just do not care. Okay, plan. What do we want to do? First of all, Tiger 2. I believe you can see this Tiger 2 is pretty much politely asking to get slaughtered, which happened. Good. Now, AMX, boom, in the ass, just like so. Very, very nice. By the way, AMX is superior over us by a big margin, okay? So we need to keep this in mind as well. Waffle should get slaughtered. If he will, it is going to be absolutely glorious. There is a problem. This AMX is waiting around the corner, you know? This AMX doesn't give a flying F about anything. So what I need to do at this point, I need to try to eliminate the Su-101. Hopefully we are going to do everything properly and hopefully we can send him back to the garage. Now the question is, this char footer is still waiting here or not really? This char footer is still waiting in the same position. Wow, what a patient mother trucker. What a patient mother trucker he is, fellas. And we are locked at this point. If I am going to go like so, I assume this chair footer might hit us without bigger problems whatsoever, which is not ideal, but that's what we have. I am going like this. I'm trying to punish this guy in the face, and now I am stuck. Okay, fair enough. That was kind of bad pressure over there, I guess. I do not know what I could have done differently, fellas. I felt like I played okay. I felt like I played in the heavy line as much as I physically and possibly could. I was trying to cover the middle. I was trying to punish crossing forces. I was trying to punish people who are going very aggressively into the heavy line as well. But in the end of the day, that did not work that well. But speaking about today's session, I am extremely calm, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I know I am not playing with the best tank in the world of tanks, so I need to pretty much be calm, you know? Simple as this. Meanwhile, 2,900 damage, 1,900 assisting damage. We are second by experience. We are first by the damage, not by humongous margin. NGG for the TS554, you sexy mother trucker. Pleasure to meet you in the game. And we have lost 13,000 credits. Not a big surprise, and that's fair enough, I guess. Let's go for round number 2 and let's go for the best. Let's do this. Okay, round number 2, Moravanka. Now we have a couple of options how we can play this game. Well, in fact, 2 options. Option number 1 is to go into 3 line. Option number 2 is to go to the forest. Both of the strategies and both of the options are very, very legit, but I think the better play is going to be to play here. Pay attention how many heavy tanks are there. There is 5 heavy tanks, so that should mean they are going to make quite a bit of pressure. At least that's what I want to believe. In the same time, from this position, we can punish the sniper schnitzels and we can punish people who are trying to be aggressive in the same time, right? So this should work relatively well. Meanwhile, 777 is just crossing through the middle. We are loading hits and we are spanking him in the face. Or I supposed to say in the side. Good. 300, once again, I really want to come back to this alpha damage. 300 alpha damage. No, but still you have a different choice. You do, but the other gun feels like even more clunky than this gun does. In fact, what do you think about this? If you want to see this tank in action with a big PP, Whenever this video will get, I don't know, 2,500 likes, we can do the part 2 with a big PP, so this tank is going to be covered completely, right? And we do not need to return to this tank for the next 2 to 3 years unless the line would get buffed or something, which probably could be possibility. Who knows? Okay. Excellent. I was waiting for that shot patiently, you know? I'm taking my time, I'm waiting until he will stop moving like this, and then we are just simply punishing him in the face. That's the whole plan, and that's the whole point. Okay, good. Believe me or not, I do not mind how this game looks like overall. Believe me or not. The main reason why I do not really mind it is because we are holding this side, right? As much as we physically and possibly can. Skill, do you see the other side melting? Sure. I am not blind, fellas. I can see that very, very well. But sometimes you just simply cannot do anything, right? And we are going to try to do our role properly, aka holding this line, playing hold down to the best of our abilities and whatnot, right? And whenever enemies will mess up, we are just spanking them and we are punishing them. This is exactly what we want to see, and this is exactly what we are aiming for. Nice. I am pretty happy that Leo destroyed this this fence or this barn, however you would call this, and we are feeling alright. Who is not spotted at this point? Borat, TL1, and Shrek. That being said, we could definitely expect them to sit somewhere around this area, or maybe over there as well, right? You never know. In fact, I am kind of confident someone is sitting here, so we are going to go for quite some blind shots. Actually, you know what is the fun part of all this? We are not getting spotted. We are not getting spotted with this tank. Huh. Quite an interesting one, if you would ask me. What is the correct decision? Think. By the way, fellas, whenever you do not know what to do in the game, the best key to success is not to do anything. I know it sounds ridiculous. No, but skill, what do you mean not to do anything? I mean it. Whenever you do not know what to do not do anything, and you will be okay. Okay. I hope I'm not spotted, and apparently I am not. Good. By the way, just a thought. This vehicle is better than I am, even though he is 1 tier lower. Meanwhile, FaZe is sitting just like so. Maybe he's AFK. He's down to fartable at this point. That is very, very good. And now we are playing against this double penetrator. Okay, double penetrator is nearby. I do not really mind that much. I am going to spank him in the face. Now he's going to be aggressive, which is fair enough, but I don't really care about him that much. And I think he went for a double penetration, right? If I'm not mistaken. So if that is the case, we can simply farm him like there is no tomorrow. Let's go for a side shot like so. Good, good, good. This guy is dead by art, and now we can claim his life like there is no tomorrow. Excellent play. Good. So far, so good. Now the question is, how we can dig those bastards out of this red line? This is the question, okay? It is not as simple as I would love to say it is. I think we will need to work very, very hard in order to achieve this, but in the same time, our Borat is joining us here. So now Shrek is down to fartable. That is good. Down to fartable is good, especially whenever he is in the enemy team. Very nice. Can we get more use somehow? If enemies did not went for a base defense, which there is a big possibility they didn't, we are feeling kind of okay then. Oh, Pixel, thank you. Thank you. Yo, you are trying to perform well. You know what I noticed? I noticed one weird thing. The more I shit-talk the tank, better tank is behaving. I do not know why, I do not know how, but it's just how it feels to me. More garbage I talk about the tank, more I say the tank is junk, the tank is garbage, the tank is not so great, I am having better performance. I do not know how, but here you go. This is how it works. I'm sitting in the middle. I am feeling very, very, very well with all of this. Decisions which I am making, right? That's okay. And now our Foch is capping the base. What I want to do, I want to get involved towards the enemies, right? Our Borat is saying blah, 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 blah. Our Foch is going in front like crazy mother trucker as well. Good. Let's try to take this position here. The biggest danger for us is someone sitting around this area, right? This is the biggest danger. And obviously if TVP is sitting somewhere here, this is no bueno. Borat. And TVP. Okay. We're aiming for TVP. Unfortunately, that bounced. Not much what I can change about this. And ELC. Greetings, my man. How are you doing this fine day? You are thinking you can escape? Run for your life, mother trucker. Run. Borat and TVP. Borat is here. Good, beautiful shot to the Mr. Borat. We definitely cannot complain about this by any shape or any form, and now we are just making more pressure. Foch is going in front, that is very, very good. Can we eliminate him? He's dead, and now TVP should be somewhere around this area here. Pretty good game. Honestly speaking, fellas, for some weird reason, this son of the banana just works, you know? For some weird reason, this son of the banana just simply works. Very, very nice. Beautiful play. 4.4 thousand damage, 900 assisting damage. I think it was pretty much perfection. We are not involved until the time has come when I felt like, yeah, we can make pressure. We double-checked who is spotted. So we predicted that not that many forces are going to snipe from the base. And we pretty much showed the dominance against the double penetrator. That was good play. I'm very, very, very happy. And once again, I think I need to shit-talk more tanks if I can say so. Looking into all of this, 4.4 thousand damage, 900 assisting damage. First by experience, first by the damage. Ooh, TVP had a great round. Very, very nice. And ELC spotted quite a lot. Nice. And in the end of the day, we lost 8,000 credits, which is very, very fair considering that this tank is requiring quite a bit of the gold, and in the same time, you are paying 4.8 grand for one shell. And overall, speaking about the prices of the shells, 1,000 for 320 alpha damage? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, that is round number 2. Let's go for a third one, shall we? And the last but not least, we have Himmelsdorf and counter battle. Okay. Now we need to make a decision. What do we want to do? You know what? I feel like I want to go on top of the hill. Usually I do not really bother. Usually I do not really bother to go on top of the hill because there is different place, like to go to the banana, to go maybe around, and so on. But I feel like today I have a mood to go on top of the hill. How about that? How about that? Look at the Fava, you beautiful, magnificent bastard. Fellas, you know what this tattoo reminds for me? It is like tattoo on the back near the ass. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, this is how I look at it whenever I see this type of tattoo. Okay, so the first part for us will be to take this position over there. Hopefully, we will be able to do a good... Wait a second. Our STB is making a hardcore pressure like this. You know what? I am going to do the things a bit differently. I'm going to go like so. How about that? I am just going to make as much pressure as I physically and possibly can. How about this? Ooh, many enemies, nice. Okay, let's try to play hold down then. Let's try to play hold down. Kaboom, just like so. This 3090 is annoying, but it's okay. We should be able to survive. It is fine. Let's load some hits, just in case. Let's wait until the track will be repaired, and now we are booming. So, hit penetration is more than enough to penetrate this Emil in the face, which is going to be absolutely gorgeous. But the Trash 103 has the biggest penetration of the bunch, right? That being said, we kind of need to prioritize this guy, right? He's just that annoying. We just need to say hello. Meanwhile, Light Tank, how are you doing this fine day? We are saying hello for this Mr. Light Tank and our Trash Burn. You naughty piglet. You naughty piglet, Trashburn. I saw what have you done. Aim it for a full HP target. No nice, my man. No nice. Meanwhile, Emil is trying to be brave, but brave doesn't necessarily mean smart, right? We should be alright at this point, and we are just making as much pressure as we physically and possibly can. Good. Very, very good. Ooh, Trashburn. This is flexing at this point, my man. This is flexing, just saying. By the way, did you notice what size is our bloom whenever our gunner is on vacations? Yeah, if you would ask me, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is a humongous size. And this is not a good thing. Can we yoink it? Yes, we can. Good, good, good. Let's make pressure just like so. This gentleman should be dead like this. Very, very nice. And now we need to get a couple of more shots if we can. Beautiful. Standard ammunition. Unfortunately, that was a bad aim by us. Doesn't really matter because we should be able to reload in time. Nice. Very, very good. And I would rate this game as a great success. Ooh, that's flipped. Ooh, that's flipped! Fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, no, he's not flipped. Why he's sitting here? Huh. Apparently, he's having a great time. Apparently, boys and girls, he is having an excellent time. Udes is looking at us. Luckily, he haven't done absolutely anything, and now we are going to gently touch him. What a game that was, fellas! What a game that was! Absolutely nuts. I would call this successful session, fellas. We went in front in the Himmelsdorf. We did probably usual thing for most of the people to go on top of the hill and to challenge the hill. 4,900 damage, 200 assisting damage. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage, and we lost 15,000 credits because we were shooting quite a bit of the gold. Absolutely madness how the session was looking like. You know, a couple of days ago I played with Conqueror, which is, let's get real, it's just better tank than this one is, and we had worse performance than with this vehicle. Fellas, you know what? This tier 9 dildo is the current meta. Prove me wrong, fellas. Once again, whenever I said in the start of the video that for some reason I played very, very well with this vehicle, or maybe I haven't said, maybe I said that in my head. This tank works for me for some weird reason. No, it is not a good tank, no, I do not recommend it, but whenever I played for Mark of Excellence, we marketed sub 60 games, if I'm not mistaken. 55 or something, right? And it just simply worked. And one more thing which I really want to highlight, fellas. Looking how popular this vehicle is, right? Let's see the index page. How popular this vehicle is. People do not really play with this tank that much. If we would take a look at the tier 9 heavy tanks, I'm pretty sure this tank is somewhere in the bottom. Here you go. Look. Probably the worst win ratio by any tier 9 tank, but once again, for some reason, this vehicle worked. And also, rework is coming for the index, speaking about the ratings, right? So I will take a look at this tank again whenever we will get to the heavy tanks. But all in all, I would say, fellas, this is a great success by us, and we made it work. I am super happy. And I hope you enjoy the session as well. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good one and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.